Hello folks, and we're back with another review and thoughts. I just got done checking out, or watching, The Grudge 2, which is 2006. This is the sequel to the remake of 2004, with Sarah Michelle Gellar, who also is in this one, but really more of a cameo thing at the beginning, and then she dies off. Which, when they kill off surviving characters of the previous movie or whatever in a franchise, I don't usually like that, but I mean here, it wasn't really much of it's not a con, or it's not something that bothered me really, but like, I would like that maybe she died off like midway through maybe, because right at 10 minutes or whatever, she dies like that fast and gets thrown off a roof. This one has 3 storylines going where it takes place, I guess, 2 years later, because they do a whole urban thing where, because pretty much it's 3 interwoven stories about a terrible curse. This one they do try to explore, they expand on Kayako's childhood upbringing, such as why she's a vengeful ghost, but we already knew kind of why, because of the first one where her husband killed her, so she's mad at everybody that enters her house. Even in this one, I liked how, I hate this curse, because it's not fair, because now, where the first one, where it was, you can't, if you enter this house, you're cursed, but even if you don't enter it, you're cursed, pretty much. Like, if you're into contact with somebody who was in the house, and they're around you, then you're cursed. Like, what? That's not, but, and then they try to set it up where, they try to explain it with her mom, where, her mom was an exorcist, or a priestess, and she exorcised evil spirits, and put those spirits from people into Kayako as a child, which probably messed her up even more. Probably the roots of that, which I like that they tried to expand her character, but still I didn't like her character because she's still killing innocent people. But and her son also. Don't get why he's even part of. I mean, I guess maybe because he died because he was angry too, or whatever. Or that dad killed his mom, so he's angry at everybody. But again, I don't care for Takashi or whatever his name is. I don't care for her kid, because like all he does is sit in the corner and meow like a cat, or he grabs somebody and then he meows like a cat, or he just sits there and like just open his mouth wide and that's it. Like that was sort of creepy in the first one, but here it's like, I mean, it's kind of startling, but then you get used to it, so it's like, I don't know, just run away. But this one deals with 3 different stories, where one is the sister of Karen from the first movie. Her mom wants to send her off to get Karen back. And that's when we get Sarah Michelle Gellar, and her character is, I don't know how she survived these 2 years, in this hospital, because, I mean, whatever. There was some stuff with her was creepy, where she's tied to the bed and she sees Kayako throughout that room and throughout the halls. The lights are switching on and off, and you see Kayako move. It's done CGI a bit, but I don't care. I liked it. The effects in this movie are fine to me. The look of Kayako's creepy, as usual, which is good. But yeah, her sister's name is Aubrey, and they pretty much, her and Karen they don't really get along much. I guess Karen's like the golden child of the mother, pretty much, because the mom idolizes her daughter, Karen, more than the other one, who makes her feel like crap. To where I think she wanted to just commit suicide, because like her mom's like, you can't do anything right at the end, and like, she's like, goodbye, Mom, and That's when she goes in the house. Her story, was sad, but she dies. I didn't understand the way her story ends. Like, they did this in the first movie where Karen saw, like, the flashbacks of Kayako, like how the Peter, Bill, what was his, the guy that played Peter, the older guy, they do, like, a flashback with, that, like, how Kayako died, I guess, sorta, but, like, I don't understand, like, this one, she's able to interact with the flashback, like, she's either transported back to that time, and then the husband, like, literally, he's grabbing her, and it, like, cuts back and forth to Kayako, all in black and white, and then back to Aubrey running, so it's like she's experiencing pretty much of what Kayako went through. I get that, but I didn't understand that because they don't do that really in the first movie, but okay. But yeah, and then I guess at the very end, because that story pretty much, with Aubrey, she becomes a ghost in that house, and that's why we get the other story with these three schoolgirls. Teresa Palmer is also in this. She plays one of the schoolgirls of the trio, who's hot and but yeah, they go in the house pretty much, and they want to prank the new girl, I guess, and they lock her in they try to scare her a bit, to lock her in the closet thing, and it won't open. And that's when we get the creepy. I gotta look back if maybe it was Aubrey's ghost that was scaring her, because I swear that I didn't pay attention. I should have paid attention to that scene where, because there was narration at the very, very end, and it shows Aubrey's ghost, pretty much where Kayako would come out of the attic towards the main chick of the trio, Allison. There's some creepy stuff with the schoolgirl storyline where the Asian girl, Miyuki, her story where she dies, she goes like to I guess a hotel with her boyfriend, but then they try to do they try to psych you out where you think it's gonna be the same kill from the first film with the girl in her room in her apartment gets dragged under the covers. No, it plays on that, but then it changes it up. It does like this cool camera turn where there's a mirror behind her and she's up against the mirror, and then the camera like pans around her, and then it fingers or hands grab her and pull her back into the mirror, and then she disappears. I thought that was a pretty cool, really cool done sequence. Teresa Palmer's character, she dies where she runs to a telephone booth and tries to call somebody, and then of course the stupid ghost kitty grabs her legs and she's startled, so she can't really move, and then Kayako pretty much venoms her way onto around Teresa and kills her character. And then we have Allison, who's the survivor of the three girls, who she then goes into the Jake storyline with the that family that moves into the apartment. But there's a cool sequence where Allison's in her counselor's office or principal's office, and she's trying to tell her of the what's going on, why she wants to just go home, and the counselor's like, I've been to that house and there's nothing there, and then she's like, she's gonna come for you, and then she's like, she got Miyuki and Teresa Palmer's character, Vanessa, and then she's like, what are you talking about? They're right here. And then it's cool that it reveals the two dead schoolgirls sitting right next to her. I thought that was really cool. And even the guidance counselor, I guess she was at the house, so I guess she's a ghost too. Which I understand some of these deaths, like, of these people, like, so what? Like, when people are encountering Kayako or her kid, it's like first they're either having seizures where they can't move, or their bodies are like paralyzed but they're still alive, and then they die later on, I guess, when she wants to really finish them off, I guess. I don't understand this cycle that she does when she tries to kill people, or what she even does to them, like when she goes all up in their face, and then what? Like, they look normal, but they're just dead. Like, there's no blood. Like, does she just suck their soul out or something? But yeah, her look in this is still creepy. The last story with the Jake character, his family moves into the apartment. We get some creepy stuff with the stepmom, who I sort of liked her character, but not really, because all she becomes is like pretty much her and Jake talk a bit, where like he's like, I'm not gonna. They try to talk, try to have an understanding where he's like, I'm not gonna call you mom, and she's like, good, I don't want you to. I don't really like that, because it's like, I would just said you don't have to, but I don't want you to. Good, I don't want you to. Like, I don't know, like the way she said it. Like, she didn't say it mean, but like, I don't know. The dad is, I guess everybody's starting to be affected by this curse in this apartment, because like everybody's being a douchebag to each other. Where the husband literally walks, I guess he thinks she's cheating, so that's like the mindset of Kayako's husband. And then we have the stepmom, who is creepy, where she's just leaning up against the wall on the bed, just listening to next door, and the sister Lacey, who's also a cutie pie. She, I sort of liked her character because she cared about her brother Jake, and she dies where she gets, I guess, drowned in the tub, and so she dies, and then he runs out of the apartment. Then he runs into the other neighbor's apartment. The Allison character from the schoolgirl storyline, where she was surviving at first, and then that's why I guess she brought the curse with her to this apartment complex, so everybody's pretty much affected or whatever. And she dies at the end, where it's a cool effect where she gets grabbed from like the inside of her hoodie, like eyes appear like inside her hoodie, and then hands grab her and pull her through. I'm like, where do they go after, though? I don't understand that. But then he's stupid to where he grabs the stupid. I don't know why you would grab something that you just saw somebody get pulled through. But okay, he holds it up to his face, and then hands grab him, and then Kayako's head, leans through, and then goes to the screen, and cuts to black and credits. So I don't know, like, this one, I guess a lot of people like this one, because it's way different than, like, the other ones, but not really. I mean, they do flesh out the Kayako character, but again, you sort of feel for her, kinda, because, like, what she went through as a child, but at the same time, like, she's killing innocent people that had nothing to do with her death. So it's like only sympathy and empathy can only go so far with this girl. But the acting in this is fine. The effects are good. Creepy factor still there in spots. Would I say this is better than the remake? I don't know, because there's another cool sequence where Aubrey and this journalist guy, who he's sort of a love interest, but not really. He dies where he goes in his little picture room. It was cool because like his death scene's pretty cool and creepy, where He's trying to do. I don't know what they call it, where you put the picture in the water and then you have to move it around to get it to show what you caught on film or whatever. But he does that, and like you see a black mist or mass start to form on the picture, and it's Kayako in black water, and her head uh, comes out of the water, and she's like leaning out of the container thing, which I thought was pretty cool. And then when he dies, or when Aubrey finds his body, she has an encounter with Kayako as well. But then she runs out of his picture room, and you see when she's leaving, you see all these pictures of Kayako's face or eyes. So I guess he must have took pictures of it, or either she just appeared on all the pictures or whatever. I thought that was creepy. That was a really cool scene. I don't know, like I sort of liked, I guess, the brother and sister, the Jake and Lacey relationship more than, like, I would have liked it if they survived and they, you know, try to fight the curse off, and then they should have did the third movie with I mean, they sort of do that with a sister and sister, but, or two sisters. But I think the third one, Kayako has like a sister or something. I swear, like I think she's supposed to be a sister. But this one was fine. It's not bad. It's not really a waste of time. I would say watch if you like the remake, and you'll probably like this one. I would say are there better scares than it? Probably. I liked most of some of the cool scenes with Kayako, where she's again in the picture room with the journalist, or the scene with Miyuki gets grabbed through the mirror. But yeah, I would say give this one a watch if you like the first one movie. Third one, do not bother. But if you're curious, I would say watch it. It is a dumb one. It really ruins a lot of stuff. But again, I don't like the whole, and it was funny. It was kind of funny, but not funny, because like the journalist guy and Aubrey think if we go to see Kayako's mom, she'll know what to do because she's the one that started all this. So when Aubrey gets there, it's like the mom's like, "No, I can't. I can't help you. It has nothing to do with the house. It's Kayako. She's trying to make everyone feel her rage, her pain, or whatever. I can't stop her." And then Kayako kills her own mom. So, you know. But this one's out of the way, so time to get to the third one, because